welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am on day 4 of my Healy journey. If you haven't seen days 1 to 3, check out the video here. It was definitely a very cool experience and it continues to be a really cool experience. Last time I left you, I was talking about one of my clients who had been we'd done the soul well-being treatment on her, and the next day she still felt really amazing. I did vibrate some more energy frequencies into her field and did another analysis by distance twice that day, because in the afternoon she developed headaches and stuff, and her analysis came back as job and something else to do with learning, that was the other one. And she'd had a really stressful day at work and had been having headaches, which totally makes sense. Yesterday I also definitely overdid it again. In the morning I ran the balance program, and then in the afternoon I treated 3 clients, two of them with the Healy, and both of them had profound, insane effects from it. So the first girl, we did a release cycle on her, and within a couple of minutes she completely calmed down. Her energy field was very clear after about a couple of minutes, and she felt more connected to herself, more relaxed, more everything. When she came in, she was quite flustered and tired and all of the things, and when she left she felt amazing. I didn't do any energy healing on her. I just directed some of the energy but didn't actually do any healing or much healing on her, so that was purely the Healy. The second client came in also very flustered, has been having a very rough time in life in general, and whenever he comes in, he never relaxes long enough to stop having a conversation. He just never relaxes fully. And I have managed to get him to relax fully with energy healing from myself, but with the Healy, in a matter of 10 minutes, he was dozing off to sleep, which is insane, because when he literally ran up the stairs to my house, he was ready to go, absolutely on, and then 10 minutes in, we did an analysis on him, and 10 minutes in of the mental protection program, he was just completely docile. He was completely chilled out, completely zen, completely connected again, and yeah, wow. He never can relax, so that's just insane. And then afterwards we did an aura analysis on him, and that was really interesting for him as well, so that was a good takeaway. So then I personally did the large intestine meridians program, which it had been suggesting that for me for a couple of days. So I ran that program, and I felt as it was running, I felt some pains in my lower stomach, but nothing too serious, just obviously that's it cleansing and moving stuff around to get it on a higher vibration. And then I also did the allergies meridian program, because I have been having a little bit of hay fever, and I ate something which I'm slightly intolerant to yesterday, which is almonds, and yeah, I could feel my nose running and everything, and I did the allergy meridian program. Something else that I've noticed with a few of the programs is that I get hot and then cold and then hot and then cold, and I'm guessing that's just my body trying to regulate and integrate those new frequencies into my field. This morning I have done the sacral chakra program, because for 2 days now it's been telling me I needed that. So, and in that program I could feel my sacral chakra opening up. I also could feel my body going hot and cold and hot and cold. About every 20 minutes it would change, and so it's crazy. I haven't done the analysis again after running the sacral chakra program, just because I just haven't done it. Today I'm going to treat 1 client, so it'll be really interesting to see how it goes for him. I will check back in tomorrow. Morning. Today I am on day 5 of using my Healy. Yesterday afternoon yesterday in general, I ran a few scans, and one of them said that the menopause cycle needed to be run, which is very interesting because I'm 28 years old, so a bit early to be going through menopause. But what I thought that might mean is that there's a hormonal imbalance or something going on, which wouldn't surprise me really. So I did run the menopause program because I was just really intrigued to see like what would happen if I did that. And then I also ran the, I don't know, other programs did I run yesterday? And then I also had a client yesterday who I ran the, oh my God, Nicola. I also had a client yesterday who I ran the Deep Cycle First Application program on, and within 5 to 10 minutes he was completely chilled out. He's having a really rough time in life right now, so that was really interesting. Hi Tessa. And then we ran also the heart chakra program on him as well, just to open up his heart chakra because that felt quite stagnant to me. And he just completely relaxed, which was really cool. He also, I've seen him relax once or twice on the massage table, but never to that extent. It was just crazy how like chill, zen, connected, and everything he was. And then in the night, I wanted to run the deep sleep programs, the sleep systemic program. So I did that at night, and I had a pretty good sleep. I did wake up in the middle of, at about 5 o'clock this morning, having quite intense dreams, which is not unusual for me. I'm always having really vivid and intense dreams. But I noticed that I was really, really, like they were more intense than usual. So I'm not really sure why that was, if it was something that I ate or if it was something else. But in the middle of the night, I then ran the balance program, and I also did a meditation. And then I slept really well after that, so that was really good. This morning, I have a couple of clients, so I'm going to run the liver program on one of them because we know that her liver meridian is being affected. And the second client, I'll do a scan and I'll find out which one will work for her. But overall, so far, after 4 full days of having the Healy, I've noticed that the spots on my nails on one hand are getting less and less, and on this hand, no, on both hands, they're actually getting less and less. I'm so much more relaxed. I don't have the tension in my jaw that I normally have. I don't feel as congested up in my neck from stress. I don't feel as stressed. I do feel like I'm overdoing it, and I think that's just because I'm really excited and because I'm performing like some of the programs on myself, and then I'm going and treating clients with the Healy as well. So I'm obviously just taking in way too much frequency, which I'm already sensitive to. I already know that. So that's really interesting. I'm thinking maybe I'll start treating clients with the wristbands, so instead of just with the little device going out into the field, just so that I am not absorbing as much, and so it's going more directly into the client. I mean, I don't think it really has that much difference in terms of the client, but for me, I think I just need a little bit more protection from absorbing that many Healy frequencies. The other interesting thing was yesterday I ran an analysis, and what came back was that I needed to run the geopathy, I don't know how you say it, protection program. And that day we had a new neighbor move in underneath our house, and his house is underneath where our bedroom is and the massage room is, where I spend probably most of my time. So that was really interesting to see that, and I had struggled to sleep the night before, so I could be affected by that energy, or there's also a 5G tower pretty close by, and we are also near a highway as well, so it could be either of those. But I knew that those factors could be affecting me, but I didn't really realize how much. So I will run the geopathy protection program at some point as well, just to find out what it does and see if it makes me feel better. I also went through yesterday and looked through the Analyze app at all of the different programs that you can scan in, like the Australian bush flowers, the I Ching, there's so many, and some of those are really, really interesting, and I vibrated some of those into my field as well. So also over the next few days, I'm going to experiment with recording the vibration of some of the supplements that I take and see if I can stop taking the actual supplements and just vibrate their frequencies into my field and see if it has the same effect. And I also want to try that with my face cream as well, because that's about to run out, and it would be really cool if I didn't have to buy it again. Not that I would care if I had to, but it would just be really cool, because like, who knew that you could do that? So I will check back in tomorrow. It's the weekend tomorrow, so I will have a different style of day. It'll be interesting to know what happens when I'm not treating clients and when I'm not absorbing other people's energy as much. The other thing I've noticed just quickly is that my hormonal balance seems to be feeling much better, and also that my stomach is so much less bloated. I've had a few other little ailments that have started to subside as well, so it's going to be interesting how that evolves. Okay, I am on day 8 of Healy. I didn't check in with you guys over the weekend because I just needed a little break, but I did run a lot of programs over the weekend and on Friday after I checked in with you guys as well. So what happened on Friday is I treated 2 clients, and one of them I think I told you about, I was going to run the liver program. Well, actually she was feeling much better, so we didn't run the liver program, but we ran a deep restorative program, and within 10 minutes or so, she was completely chilled out, feeling much more centered, much more at peace with herself, much more contentment. And the client after that, I ran a couple of programs on her, and she walked in and she was so anxious and so worked up. So we ran the nerves program on her, and she felt so much more calm and better and just chill. After that, we also did a couple of other programs which had the same effect, and yeah, she felt so much more centered and grounded when she left, which was amazing. So on Friday, I also ran a sleep program, and I slept really well. I haven't had that much success with the sleep programs yet. I don't really have that much trouble sleeping. The only thing I would say is that I just dream really vividly, but I don't know if that's actually what the sleep programs are for. I don't know if it helps you with protection over those dreams or craziness. But I know that there is a protection sleep program, so maybe I can try that one this week. But basically over the weekend, I decided that what I would do is from now on, I'm going to focus on 3 areas. So I'm going to focus on gastrointestinal, my eyes, and also just doing the deep restorative programs to try and raise everything and get everything working optimally. So I've been running the gold programs. I've tried a few different ones. I've tried pure release. Oh, also on Friday I did a release program after doing some emotional release techniques with a coach that I'm working with, and I had the biggest emotional release, which was really needed. I was feeling quite choked up with all of the emotion that was coming up, and release just helped me let all of that out to help me feel and heal all of those emotions. And on Sunday I felt so much better, so that was amazing. And yeah, so the other gold cycle programs that I've been running, I think I've almost tried all of them. Release, balance, pure. I even tried care yesterday. I didn't really feel too much with that one, but I literally probably didn't even really need it. I was just trying it to see what it was like. So that's been really cool. I haven't run any of the deep restorative ones yet. I was going to do the second application. Maybe I'll do that today. Also run twice now the programs for my eyes. And this morning when I put my glasses on, I noticed that it's less clear than it normally is. When I take them off, it's still very blurry, and I can still see. I don't have that much of a big prescription, but when I take them off, it's blurry and I can't focus because I have astigmatism. When I put them on, normally everything is in focus and it's quite clear, but today, after running the eyes program for the second time yesterday, it's harder to focus. So I think my eyes might have changed a little bit. And the reason that I want to focus on this is because I've only had glasses for 2 years or 2.5 years now, so not very long. And I don't know if I've needed them my whole life and just didn't know, or if it's something that has changed in my body. It really wouldn't surprise me if it was because of stress. So I 100% believe that my eyes can be healed, and I 100% believe that most people's eyes can be healed. But I believe that everyone can be healed from everything. So, you know, eyes aren't really that different. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see, like, yeah, if I can fully heal my eyesight, that would be amazing. I love like my face with glasses on, but I don't love like actually having to deal with the glasses, you know, like I like how I look with glasses, but I don't like all of the smudging and putting them on and keeping them on and forgetting to take them off when you get in the shower. All of those fun things. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how that's gonna work. And wow guys, my gastrointestinal stuff, I am so flat stomached right now. Like normally I am, you know, I have a little pudgeon, probably only this big, it's tiny. I'm quite small, as you can see, compared to the normal person. But for me, having like the intestinal problems, or the, what's it called? Stomach problems, gut issues, I felt that I was like super puffy, my face was puffy, everything was puffy. I was carrying a lot of water weight, a lot of fluid, I was bloated and like feeling quite icky, like my mental health was being affected because obviously the gut-brain connection is very strong. And I, as you can tell, am feeling great. Like, I don't know, my anxiety is so much better, I feel mentally more great. And I've never ever in my whole entire life had a flat stomach, and today and yesterday and the day before have had a flat stomach. Like, have abs. What even? I've never had abs. Like, that's crazy. And I haven't done anything different. Like, I haven't changed my diet drastically. If anything, I've been eating worse than I normally do, like more bread and more pizza and more like homemade pizza, so it's okay, but you know, not loads of fruit and veg, and not, you know, not all the good stuff. Not that I eat unhealthily or anything, like I definitely look after myself, but I shouldn't be flat stomached after the week of eating that I've just had. So that's really interesting and very cool. And I've noticed as well, I think I'm losing more water weight, which I didn't even realize that I had, but I've noticed my legs feel a bit like thinner as well, and they look different. It wouldn't surprise me if I had water weight, because I still have intolerances, and I've actually run a few programs for intolerances and intestines and stuff. So my focus is to like rectify that, all of the intolerances that I got from leaky gut syndrome, and also my nails. I would love to get those deficiencies and mineral and vitamin deficiencies back to normal. I would love to have no spots on my nails. They are getting better actually, but yeah, they're not perfect, which is fine. So yeah, I'm gonna focus on doing the gastrointestinal. So what I mean by that is, like, I wanna run like a stomach meridian, gastrointestinal bioenergetic balance program, probably large intestine, small intestine. And actually when I did my scan today, it came up with pancreas, kidney, bladder, like basically all of the organs and stuff that are to do with digestion. I think I need to run programs on most of those, but I'm definitely going to focus on the gastrointestinal bioenergetic balance, because I feel like that's going to help all of it. And I think the intestinal ones, because I feel like my intestines probably aren't working as well as they could. So yeah, but it's going to be interesting because obviously your pancreas, I'm pretty sure, excretes bile or stores bile. It's something to do with the bile, which helps you break down food. So that's obviously needing a little bit of attention too. So maybe I need to run programs like that. So yes, there is a lot in the gastrointestinal like system, and yes, there's a lot of options that I can go with on how to heal it. But I think if I focus on the gastrointestinal and eyes, and then doing deep restore stuff as well, I think that that's going to be like the way that I can show you guys how how actually good Healy is, or not good Healy is. I don't know yet. Well, I do know. I know it's pretty amazing what it's done so far for me and my clients. But to know like for sure and to show you guys exactly like what's going on, I'm not even sure if I can show you because I'm not like bloated. I didn't take any pictures before I started, which was very silly, but maybe like the eyes anyway, if I can stop wearing glasses or at least get closer and change my prescription, then we can go and do an eye test and see what happens, see what comes up. Like that's a very tangible way to show you guys like how powerful it is. So stay tuned for that. I'm like hoping that I stick to it because who knows really. I get like really carried away. I do the scans and then I'm like, oh, I need this, oh, I need this, oh, I need this. And then I'm like, oh, all of a sudden I've done 6 programs and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, that's probably too much. But the other thing that I've noticed is I'm obviously getting used to having like the Healy projecting, I don't know what the correct wording is, but you know, putting the frequencies into my energy field. Projecting, I feel like is an okay word. I'm getting used to that and my body's getting used to that. So I'm not having the same like jittery feeling after treating 3 clients and running programs on myself after a day. Whereas the first probably 3 or 4 days, I was feeling it really like intensely when I went to bed at night. Like I just felt like I was buzzing. Which is the same symptoms that I had in my spiritual awakening. You can see, I talked a little bit about that in my previous video, which I'll link here, so you can see more about that. But yeah, definitely has taken a little bit to get used to that. The other thing that's happened over the weekend is the Resonance app the server's been down, so I haven't really been scanning myself the last couple of days, although I've reset it today and it seems to be working. So I don't ever want to like pull the wool over your eyes, so I'm going to talk really honestly about this. The app is like not as good as it could be, but the company knows that and they're doing all that they can to like make it better. The thing is, Healy's a new company and it's growing so fast because this thing right here is, excuse the French, fucking incredible. Like it's insane. It's so good. And so like they weren't expecting it to blow up as much as it has. And so obviously like the demand has increased so much and it's increased over like their systems. It's increased too much for like the back end and all of those things. So they're working their butts off to try and like fix all of that, but it is going to take a little while and I'm well aware of that, which is why I don't complain about it and why I am saying it here openly and honestly, because I never want to lie to you guys. I want this to be like a real honest review, testimonial-y thing. And yeah, you guys need to know that, but it's like, I mean, who really cares? It still works, and if you just have to be a little bit more patient, and seriously the benefits outweigh the problems anyway. And there's so many people out there who can help you like troubleshoot all of those things. In Australia, if you guys are in Australia, there is a support office now and they're catching up on all of the backlog of tickets. So I think by the start of next year, they'll be on top of it all and it will all be sweet. Yeah, so it's like, it's happening. It's a really good device and the company's catching up, which is amazing. I'm going to keep putting out these videos, so let me know in the comments what you think, or reach out to me on Facebook if you want more information about Healy. It's a really exciting device and program. I've literally just recorded a podcast on it, which has more of my experience and more testimonial. If you want to go and check that out, it's at nicolaburbage.com. As always, please subscribe and like because it helps me reach more people and helps me help you more. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!